Welcome back, heroes, to some more Triangle Strategy. Last episode, one of the houses, the High Houses, came to us to form an alliance, and we had to decide whether we want to join him or refuse. He seemed a little bit sketchy, and speaking to some townsfolk, he just more cared about his own survival. I refused the offer. Turns out he was going to betray us. He wants to hand Prince Roland over, so we had to fight him. We managed to win, but out of the 3 High Houses, 2 of them have fallen to the Esfrosty soldiers. So now we're actually kind of safe because the bandits we fought in like the first episode, they found the body of a nobleman and they gave the body to the Esfrost soldiers, and they were like, oh, okay, so Prince Roland is dead. But now Prince Roland, who is just going to be called Roland, is wearing the Sir Maxwell's hat and mask and looks exactly like him. But now, yeah, Roland's on the team. We've got a little bit of breathing room and we can plan our next course of action. But Frederica right now is going to voice her doubts to Serenoa, so let's start the main scenario.
Serenoa, do you have a moment? I was hoping to talk to you about our marriage. Now that Glenbrook has been brought to ruin by Esfrost, is there any meaning to our union? My brother may have been planning this from the start. And yet I came to Wolffort with the intent of marrying you, completely unaware of it. It's always like this. Nothing ever goes as I would wish it. The course of my life has always been at the mercy of others.
As has mine. Almost nothing happens the way I thought it would.
But you have a home. Somewhere you can return to someday. You are surrounded by people who care about you.
As do you, as a member of House Wolffort. Your place is with us now.
Serenoa.
And though this may sound pretentious, this is a time for you to think about your future and what you must do, Frederica. Just as I am.
I suppose you are right. What must I do?
Here you are. Master Benedict has been searching for you both.
Understood. Let him know we will return at once. You said we received a delivery from Minister Sorsley.
Yes, mostly food and materials, plus a considerable amount of coin.
That is quite kind of him.
House End is a wealthy one, even by Hyzante standards. This would barely put a dent in their coffers. We have distributed the resources as needed. We've even managed to restock our reserves.
Wish I could be happy for the help, but I can't say I am. Agreed. Relying on them comes at a price. They will be looking for recompense.
I believe that to be their true aim.
But this is the path we chose to walk together.
Indeed. And as long as we stay the course, the winds of favor will someday be at our backs.
A missive from Minister Sorsley has arrived.
I see he wastes no time. What absurd request could he possibly have in store for us?
Nothing good, that's for sure.
Yet another problem has arisen, as we anticipated. I would like to ask everyone what they think. Benedict, if you would.
Yes, my lord. We have just received a request from Minister Sorsley. We are to deliver his cargo to Esfrost.
Cargo?
A load of salt that bypasses the consortium.
He is asking us to be an accomplice to his illegal dealings.
The nerve of him, asking the Honorable House Wolford to do such a filthy job. No way we'd agree to that.
But consider this. Agreeing would secure us proof of his unlawful business.
Are you suggesting we report him to Hyzante?
I am saying it is an option.
You got a point. We have a duty to speak up when something's not right. That's the honorable thing to do.
We might even earn the Holy One's trust.
Have you all forgotten? Minister Sorcelet is one of Hyzante's Saintly Seven. His connections run far deeper than ours. We must tread carefully.
Then we need solid evidence to convict him. I should think the salt he wishes us to transport would suffice. But we are the only ones that know it. And it is indistinguishable from the salt that is legally distributed. Far from the solid evidence we need.
Regrettably so.
One false move and we lose both Minister Sorcelet's support and Hyzante's trust. Without proof, we have no choice but to go to Esfrost.
If only we had evidence of his misdeeds.
It comes as no surprise to see our opinions differ, but a decision must be made. To report Minister Sorcelet's illegal dealings to Hyzante, or become a silent accomplice. Bring the scales. It is time to make our choice.
Okay, so I'm more leaning towards be the accomplice, just to gain the trust right now. Like, yeah, I want to rat him out, but now's probably not the time to do that. If we can just do this and gather evidence and then wait for the right time to strike, that's probably the better idea. So we have, we need to persuade Roland. Oh wait, no. We need to persuade Benedict, Frederica, and Eridor. Okay, should we go see if we can gather some evidence first, or some more information in the city streets? Because the townspeople always have the best information. Even some of the soldiers have information, it's all good. There's no easy feat fearing all of Minister Sorcelet's provisions. It just goes to show how deep the pockets of the Saintly Seven are. Never thought their generosity would extend beyond Hyzante though. Say I'm impressed would be an understatement. So the Saintly Seven are highly revered in the Holy State. Claims of any illicit dealings would no doubt be met with skepticism. Right, yeah, like it's not 100% they believe us. Especially what's been going on recently, they have like no reason to just do this, but did not think it possible to amass such riches under Hyzante's system of equality. I do hope Minister Sorcelet is not given more than he can afford. For that, there is something I would know. What do you think of Minister Sorcelet as his... Oh, okay, let's do this. Get some information. He's one of the Saintly Seven and a greater liege than I deserve. I think his benevolent character should be apparent after all the aid he has bestowed upon Wolfort. He's also a man committed to righteousness and will not tolerate any semblance of injustice or betrayal. You're the same, are you not, Lord Serenoa? But of course. A warning, no doubt. Perhaps Minister Sorcelet is not so generous as others make him out to be after all. Right. Anyone else want some chit-chats? Let's go check out the houses as well, can't forget to do that. Because sometimes you can find some items. I did do some more upgrading off screen. I upgraded, I bought some rings just to increase the strength, and I put them on Anna and Roland. Thought that'd be the best. But I think I'm going to start upgrading. The main four I think I'm always going to keep on the team is Serenoa, Frederic, Roland, and Anna. I want to upgrade them first. But so Maxwell joined our army the moment we got news of Prince Roland's death. Oh. The timing is too convenient. I can't help but feel there's something else going on here. Please say no more. I would be loath to lie in my own soldiers. All we do for Wolfort, I ask that you keep observations like these to yourself. This has proven his resolve, one which I will support with all my might. Yeah. Keep it to yourself, mate. Yes, sir. You won't hear another peep out of me on the matter. Oh, good. You have my thanks. For now, these doubts must remain unspoken. I will tell everyone the truth one day, but ask for you to bear with me until then. I cannot imagine you giving such strict orders for no reason, sir. I shall speak no more of this. All the other soldiers feel the same. You needn't worry about a thing, Lord Serenoa. Thank you. Could not have gotten this far without all of you. Hey, yo. Still looks like reopening my shop will take some time, even with Hyzante's provisions. Oh, nice. So my child would go off to bed with an empty belly and tearful eyes, but no more. You have no idea how grateful I am for that. Yeah, it's all good. Oh, what do you sell? Because if I can get some more stuff, I definitely will. Right, I am going to probably just spend all my money on what I can. Not much, but it'll do. Right, so let's go back. So we need to persuade Benedict, Frederica, and Eridor. And obviously Anna as well. So let's see where Anna's more deciding, like leaning towards.
Lord Serenoa.
Right. She wants to hand him in. I can't really do anything. I haven't got the right dialogue. Yeah. I think this is probably good, but I suppose so. Things will be easier for us with one of Saintly Seven on our side.
Even so.
Still, the question remains of whether or not Minister Sorcery is someone we want to rely upon. Is there anything else you wish to know? There is. I cannot help wondering if being party to these acts would sully the Wolfort name. So the words of outsiders likely mean little against the Saintly Seven. If we bring charges against Minister Sorcery, he may just lay all the blame at our feet.
Certainly.
The Saints hold tremendous influence in Hyzante. It certainly won't be easy to prove one of them guilty. On the contrary, they might use their position and power to indict us instead. An undesirable situation, indeed, and one I would rather not find ourselves in. Thank you, Lord Serenoa. I see now where you stand. Okay, so let's talk to you.
Aye, lad.
Can't even imagine a proud and honourable house like ours committing a crime. We've got to go to Hyzante and report that no-good minister. It's going to be hard to persuade these. So while I believe Minister Exham would help us find Minister Sorcery guilty, we ought to be careful of him. He is no doubt another trying to use us as his pawn. Yep. Never cease to amaze me, lad. Minister Exham is a man of bottomless ambition. Don't like the thought of that, to be honest. If only there were a way House Wolfort could get by alone. Wish us not to be a party to these crimes if we can avoid it, but things are not so simple, I'm afraid.
Consider this.
I'm sure you've thought long and hard about it, but still, just thinking about dirt in our hands like that makes me sick to my stomach. I get it, but running away from our problems will avail us nothing. It will earn, though it may be, we need House Endy's coin.
Are you joking?
I know, just thinking about our situation has me trembling in rage, but still, don't know if I have it in me. Damn it. It's our own damn fault as pathetic vassals that you're in this position in the first place, lad. Need more time to think on it? This won't be an easy decision either way. Oh, okay. So I thought, for a second, I literally just thought it went on straight onto our side, but no, it undecided. Okay. Let's begin this. So our weakness. Right now, House Wolfort stands alone. We cannot risk losing Minister Sorcery's support.
Quite true.
Okay. Then I would be hesitant to lose our only means of rebuilding the Wolfort domain. There is still time. Benedict, I would like to continue our discussion.
Certainly.
Very well, my lord. Is it safe to assume that you think exposing Minister Sorcery's crimes to be a reckless course of action? It is. We haven't sufficient information to take action. Minister Sorcery is no fool. I doubt he would blindly trust us to carry out such an important deal. Shaking Hyzante's faith as one of the Saintly Seven will be nigh impossible. Like, we don't have the information, but that's going to be harder, because he's Saintly Seven. Valid point. The title of Saint holds great power in the Holy State. In the worst case, we would be considered heathens trying to disturb the peace and make ourselves enemies of the entire nation. It's an outcome we should avoid at all costs. You've made your position clear, Benedict. I only ask that you keep my words in mind. But of course, my lord, allow me a moment to make my decision. Okay, and then Frederica last.
Serenoa.
Okay, so can we do this? So Minister Sorcery is one of the Saintly Seven. Proven guilty would be a struggle even with evidence, of which we have none.
Surely.
So indeed, Minister Sorcery's work has greatly benefited the Hierophant for many years. He must have great influence in the Holy State. If we went to them now, just desperate as we are and lacking proof, there is a chance they would not believe us. Might we speak a little longer?
In that case...
I admit I am more than curious as to why you would make us an accomplice to Minister Sorcery's illicit dealings. Okay, so I've heard rumours of Minister Exham. Though he looks reliable at first glance, do not know if he can truly be trusted.
No.
You mean to say he may be using us, or perhaps plans to betray us? I share your doubts, but doing so avails us nothing. Let's return to our own councils, Frederica. I understand your feelings, and I hope you understand mine. Right, let's see if this is gonna be good. Wait, don't have to persuade you. I want to travel to Esfros. I think this would be the smarter choice. But can we convince everyone? Well, we just got to convince one person.
Our votes. Do we follow Sorslay's orders and smuggle salt across our borders, or do we take another path? Approach the scales of conviction with your token at the ready.
Forgive me, my lord.
Ah, so we didn't persuade Benedict.
Even still.
Didn't persuade Frederica.
I cannot agree to this.
Ah, looks like I don't think Eridor's going to agree. I think we're going to be trying to hand him in.
Just can't see it your way.
Okay. Didn't get to do what I wanted to do.
The scales of conviction will illuminate the path we've chosen.
Damn, that sucks.
The way forward is decided. We march to Hyzante and expose the minister's illicit dealings.
I think this is the wrong play. I hope it works out and I was wrong, but I don't know. I feel like trusting him for the time being. Well, I say not even trusting, just doing what he says is probably the best play.
We have chosen our path. We shall head to Hyzante and alert them of Minister Sorslay's wrongdoings.
Now that we have a heading, we need only move forward. Let us make haste.
Indeed. No matter how perilous the road ahead may be, we must not falter.
Anna, begin the preparations.
Yes, sir.
In exchange for his aid, Sorsley orders House Wolfort to transport his illicit salt. Serenoa, however, intends to bring word of the minister's crimes to the holy state of Hyzante. In order to succeed, he must delve deep into the nation's internal affairs while avoiding Sorsley's notice.
So you've decided to accept my proposal. A wise decision, Lord Serenoa.
As you have requested, none shall know of the salt's
But you are still too young for true wisdom, it seems.
He means, let us not speak of the obvious, my lord. It's prudent to speak as little as possible to prevent any unnecessary complications. One never knows who might be listening.
Fortune favored you with a capable retainer.
I beg your pardon, Minister, but I must entreat you to recall the aid you offered in exchange for ours.
I give you my word it shall be done. Booker, I'll leave the rest of the arrangements to you.
Yes, Minister. If you all will follow me into the antechamber, we may discuss the details further.
is not the right play, but oh. We got two main bits? Cordelia reflects on her duties as queen. Got two character stories. Right, let's do the character stories first. Got, oh wow, she looks awesome. Okay, let's do this dude and then we'll do her.
How fortunate this humble merchant is to look upon such beauty. Nothing would do Lionel greater honor than to see his powders and perfumes adorn your divine visages. Such honor, in fact, that he's willing to part with them for practically nothing at all.
We haven't even coined for salt, let alone vanity.
Mines are not but your ledgers. You peddlers disgust me.
Well met, brave protectors of the realm. Lionel has brought everything a hero needs and more. Every item has undergone meticulous testing to ensure that they will serve you well on the battlefield.
Out of our way, junkmonger. We've important duties to attend to.
How rude. Where are the smiles and open coin purses the people used to greet Lionel with? Oh, perhaps Lionel should take his goods elsewhere. War has made this place disagreeable. However, it is the perfect opportunity for the shrewd trader to amass his fortune. And Lionel is shrewd, if nothing else.
My lord, that merchant who peddles his wares in our encampment has requested an audience.
Yes, let him come forth.
You do Lionel a great honor, my lord. A great honor. That he can count House Wolfort among his loyal patrons has ever been a source of pride.
Yes, right. What brings you before me today?
As my lord is doubtless already aware, war places a heavy burden on the treasury. A burden that only grows heavier as time drags on. However, a skilled negotiator can see his coffers even fuller at war's end than they were at its beginning. If he may be so bold, Lionel would offer his services in that very capacity. He understands your precarious position, trapped between two ravenous wolves. In such times, one can never have enough coin and resources to stave off what may come. Surely you agree?
Your words have merit, and you have always been honest in your dealings with my house. I see no reason not to welcome you into our ranks.
Splendid! You are as wise as they say. Wiser, even. Lionel shall not disappoint. Just the opposite, in fact. From this day until his very last, he shall stake his honor on the prosperity of your house. And if his own coin purse should grow fat in the process, who could blame him?
Okay, so he travels with foes using the elite eloquence, can infuriate foes or tempt them into defecting. Oh, sweet. An extra bit of coin along with spoils. You can get the enemies to defect. That's actually kind of sick. Oh, see all these characters you get. I just want to use so many. They all got so many different like abilities and stuff. And then this lady looks kind of sick. So let's check her story out.
The sun's a harsh mistress, ain't she? If she sticks around much longer, my fields are apt to wither from the attention. I'd give my firstborn for a drop of rain.
Die!
And it ain't just the crops what are worse for wear. I'd cry over our lot, but naught but dust would pour from my eyes.
How pitiless, the caprices of nature. What grudge do the heavens bear to make the poor souls who tend the land suffer so? I would be remiss to let such suffering continue. If fate will show you no mercy, then I shall. You begged for even a single drop of rain. I shall give you more. Behold as I flood this desiccated land with nourishment.
Huh? What's that the lady said? I believe she means to pull rain from a cloudless sky.
Ha! I'd have more luck getting milk from a bull.
You must tell me if you do. We're in sore need of a miracle.
A pleasure as always to see you, my lord. You've come just in time. This lass is about to put on a show.
I am called Hyzante. Allow me to banish the sun's cruel rays from your domain, that your people may see a measure of succor.
Banish the sun? I wasn't aware it was in the habit of taking orders.
Will slap my ass like I was just born. Rain! Honest to goodness, rain!
How did... I've never witnessed a miracle like this.
Zana, was it? On behalf of my people, allow me to express to you my deepest gratitude.
There is no need for such formalities. I seek only to alleviate the suffering of the downtrodden in any way I can. If it is not too bold of me to ask, do you have need of a humble shaman within your ranks? Tales of House Wolfort's magnanimity have reached even my remote village. It would be an honor to serve you, my lord.
We would welcome you with open arms, and the honor would be entirely ours. Doubtless, we will have occasion to call upon your talents sooner rather than later.
Oh, cool. So she can excels at wind and lightning magic, summons rainstorms and tempests to turn the tide of battle. Oh man, so many cool characters we keep unlocking. Alright, so we'll do the side story first, and then we'll go and do the story with Cordelia, then we'll go to where we need to, you know, go here. So let's do this next.
What? Who would dare send an army to test our borders?
They are soldiers of House End, by all appearances.
Sorcery, you go too far too often of late.
Perhaps this means the rumors are true, Minister Camsell.
There is still nothing to conclusively prove End's involvement in illicit salt trading.
Which is why you must investigate. You are Hyzante's Minister of Domestic Affairs, are you not? The illicit salt market grows larger by the day, strangling our own trade.
Against one of the Saintly Seven, I can do nothing without the Hierophant's express permission.
Perhaps you cannot, but is there not another with plans already in motion?
Exham, you mean? Even so, I am not at liberty to act on naught more than a whim. I must prioritize our land's stability above all else.
So, I am queen. What should I do?
You should listen to the Archduke and obey.
Is that all the Archduke wants? An obedient wife? And here I thought the Esfrosti valued freedom.
So long as you must look to others, you do not deserve freedom. Freedom is a privilege, and only those with the strength to see their will realized are deserving of it. It is not given, it is taken. And it is not often taken easily. This I know.
I see. Thank you.
Next time you think to ask that question, answer it yourself.
Brother, Father, look over me until I find the strength I require.
What is Gustadolf thinking to marry a sniveling brat? No glory is worth her dismal company.
It is unacceptable. He should have let me deal with those obstinate boors in Glenbrook.
You've made a bargain with Minister Sorsley?
The appearance of one in any case. But we mustn't grow complacent.
Aye. One of his men wouldn't stop glowering at Benedict.
He may yet suspect our true motives. Nevertheless...
We shan't stray from the course we've decided upon, if that's what worries you. Tell them, Benedict.
Minister Sorsley has asked us to deliver unregulated salt to Esfrost by means of a secret route. We shall make it appear as though we are bound for the Grand Duchy, but in truth, we shall divert from the route and make for the capital of Hyzante.
I've already scouted the way. A shortcut through the ravine.
Then you intend to use the illicit goods to prove Minister Sorsley's crimes to the Hierophant.
But will a little salt be enough to land one of the Saintly Seven in the dungeons? After all, he's influential and well-connected enough to have weathered unsavory accusations for years. If we don't present our case perfectly, we're apt to be the ones clapped in chains, not the other way around.
We only need get to the capital for our plan to succeed. The Saintly Seven may pretend they stand united, but there are cracks in that facade. If we but exert the right leverage, Sorsley will fall.
Indeed. Now then, we shall depart come midnight.
As you command.
Eridor.
Right you are. Quiet as a mouse I'll be.
Serenoa and his retinue depart the Citadel of the Sands under the cover of night, and make their way to the Hyzantean capital. They press onward through the moonless dark, guided by naught but the faintly flickering light of hope.
Good. We haven't been followed.
No cause to relax just yet, milady. Moment you drop your guard is the moment the enemy's apt to strike. Ain't it, Benedict?
Indeed. This is where I would position soldiers for an ambush, were I to set a trap for us.
Aye. A hunter would have the upper hand here.
Let us scout the area to be safe.
A
should see how the others fare, and ensure we've not been too conspicuous. Alright. Ayo, Roland. So who would have thought one of the Saintly Seven would be so bold as to illegally distribute salt? I'm sure Sorsley's been meticulous about hiding his misdeeds. He'll no doubt be equally observant of us. I mean, I said he looked kind of evil when we first saw him back, like in the second episode at the tourney. Just kind of remind me of like Dr. Robotnik. Gotta make sure I look out for any little sparkles. Alright, I'll talk to Eridor last. Let's talk to Hewitt. Yo. Takes a true veteran like Eridor to see the signs of an ambush lying in wait. I'm well impressed. Though I lack his experience, I swear to you that Prince Roland shall not fall under my watch. I should hope so. Alright, can't go around this way. Whoop. Wait, I was just talking about, wasn't it? Examine? Examine what? Ah, I see it. Fortified spice times 2. Alright, so if we go and now speak to Eridor. Nope, don't want to speak to you again, my bad. Wee. Okay, so this sneak-in doesn't suit me. If I'm honest, I'd much rather take the fight to him. Yeah, I know you would, but no worry not. Keep you safe, even if they try to ambush us. So do keep your voice down, Eridor. They'll not ambush us so easily if they cannot hear us coming. If House End attacks, they would hand us the chance to secure a witness to their crimes. All that matters is Frederick and Roland remain safe. Guard them with your life. Aye, leave them to me. I am ever House Wolfort's shield. Which means I'll be watching your back as well, my lord. Just like I've done since you were a wee baby, all swaddled in. Eridor, please, there'll be time enough for tales of my infancy if we keep our wits about us now. How do I even... I'd have to go like all the way around, right, to get that. Oh, no, I think I can go like this. Yeah, cool. Ranged Windstone. So now we go down and we speak to Anna. The enemy has set up a trap for us. It may have been my survey of alternate routes that altered them to our presence. I felt eyes on me multiple times. I pray they were not the enemies. Any trap and has set is a good opportunity to secure a witness to their crimes. We cannot be sure they were, as it was someone sympathetic to your cause as it were. I know of no better spy than you. If it's the worst comes to pass, the order was mine, and I shall answer for it. Okay, yeah, I mean, she's a great spy. I like Anna. It hardens me to hear that. Ha, only speak the truth. We've been discovered and killed thrice over were Eridor to fill your shoes. Now I'd fail to lift his shield each time. We need his protection. Aye, I count myself lucky to have such skilled allies. We feel the same, my lord. Alright, so let's end exploration. And let's continue on. Oh, okay, so they were following us. We got a character story as well. Ooh, she looks cool.
It's an emergency. We have 2 patients. Both with extraordinary fevers. The Rosellan is unresponsive.
Well, I can't tend to both unless you can give me 2 more pairs of arms.
Let me help. I've just completed my training and I'll do whatever it takes to save them.
Are there no real doctors left? Fine, come. We're losing precious time.
Leave the Rosellan. We must prioritize the believer.
As you wish.
But the Rosellan will die unless we do something.
Do they not teach the order of things in school these days?
So what if they do? What does the order of things have to do with saving lives?
Not all lives are weighted the same. You would do well to remember that.
Quickly, Medina, these people are dying as we bicker.
I couldn't save him. Orders or not, I was the one following them. It's all my fault.
Where are you going? Medina!
I beg your pardon, Lord Serenoa, but a doctor from the Ministry requests an audience with...
My name is Medina. I've heard much about your house and simply had to see it for myself.
What insolence is this? Stand down. Pray tell, what brings you before me?
It is said House Wolfert possesses a relic known as the Scales of Conviction. Is this true?
It is. We turn to the scales for guidance in times of trouble.
Then, I wonder if they might guide me forward as well. I had a crisis of confidence. A man was counting on me to save his life, and I let him die. I cannot let this happen again. I wish to save all the lives I can, regardless of country or creed. Pray grant me the chance to consult the scales, that I might walk the righteous path.
The scales are merely a tool to an end. They are not a magical window into the future. When decisions must be made, all in this house have a say. We choose as best we're able and strive to ensure we chose wisely.
You mean you strive not to regret your decision?
That is all one can do. Forgive me if this is not the answer you sought.
Then, would House Wolfert accept my aid if I offered it, my lord?
If you would serve as a physician, that would be a boon. For we fear the war is far from over.
I would be honored, my lord. I would see what I could do to rewrite the order of things.
Then let us walk the path together.
I am at your service, my lord.
Okay, so she's an expert in healing items. Increase the potency of healing items, can use items twice in the same turn. That's really good. Might have to switch the team up a little bit when we get into this fight coming up. Recommended level 14, and I feel like I'm going to be a little bit under leveled, but we'll see.
Have you found anything?
No, my lord. Only our own footprints.
Strange.
Few travel this path, but it is still traveled.
Someone must have covered their tracks.
Well, if it isn't House Wolfort's motley crew, imagine my surprise at finding you here. Whatever are you doing?
We were merely on our way to...
No need for pretense, my lord. Not when his life is forfeit for having discovered us.
I think you have it the wrong way around. Die.
I'm gonna place you... Like, there's more soldiers over here, so if we place... on the left, actually... Like, if we go up here... Maybe just start take these guys out first. And then we focus on the right side after. Well, let me put people over here to get across quickly. I think that will... Wait, let's bring you forward. Actually, I want to leave the tank at the back. Bring Gila forward. Don't want to leave Gila alone because she'll just get taken out. Right, that will do. So let's commence the battle. And hopefully this goes alright. Because we're in a really bad position. They have the high ground.
You'll have to be cleverer than that to outwit me. Here, this is what you get for trying to make fools out of us.
We must put an end to this. Take them all down.
My turn.
Right, so if I get over here and get ready. Bit dangerous because, oh, okay, you're going real quick.
For my lord.
Your orders?
Right, I'll move you on top actually, so we can just go and take cover. And she can't be seen. And then we'll end. When's the carpenter gonna get his turn? It's not gonna be for a while. Maybe use Benedict just to get the attack, his turn sooner. Oh no! Oh, they discovered us. Okay, that's not great. I can get up here. Ah, that's way too dangerous, isn't it? As much as I want to. I can still hit you. Not bad, not bad. Ouch.
Watch out for the archers up there. Them taking the high ground puts us at a bit of a disadvantage.
Serenoa, we must do something. If we stop moving for even a second, they'll have us.
There's nowhere to run once it starts raining arrows.
Well, I was going to run to him, aren't I?
Defeat
okay,
is not an
so
option.
if I get over here.
Let us pry out.
And if I go here, then we'll go for now. Get you to have your turn because it's not for a long while. And then you can go here. Build that ladder.
This should do it.
Wait, and then we can get up. Okay, what are you gonna do, buddy? Just gonna chill up there and tie your defense and come down. Okay. Wall jump. Oh. Oh, not good. Oh, Hewitt's taking a lot of damage.
You won't beat me.
Right, I'm gonna do some damage here actually.
I hope you're watching, Grandfather.
So if we go here and we'll go for like a spark. Big damage.
Ready to see a spell.
Let me heal your wounds.
And we'll bring you forward and we'll just heal up Hewitt.
Your wounds are...
Thank you.
My growth
Hey,
is plain
level
to
up.
see.
It's fine, it's fine. Oh, they've got a healer as well, just chilling at the back. Oh, we gotta take him out quick.
I fight for peace.
Right, I'm gonna go and... Gotta be careful actually, if I scorch the land after taking damage coming up. It's not exactly what we want. If I do it here though...
Two actions.
You are fools to fight against what is inevitable.
We'll see about that. Come on, stop taking damage.
My turn.
Right, so we can't get up, can we? Because you're in the way. Can I hit you? I can.
Take that!
Every defense has a weakness.
So I need to get rid of that dude because he's just blocking the ladder. He's so annoying. Oh, and I might die. Get out of this position and then we can go large recovery.
I'll take this.
And then we can go take cover. Like next turn she'll have to get behind the healer hopefully and take him out. Unless we can do some damage.
Defeat is not an option.
This is so annoying. Alright, so if I go here, we can take you out.
This ends here.
Here I come.
Who's this? This is Hewitt. Okay, so we need to get in position. So if we get like here, we can hit you.
Take aim.
Oh, we missed. No. This could go so much better.
I see a path to victory.
Right, so if I go over here and then we go up to the fence, that's for you.
Let us see our defenses. My knowledge grows deeper.
Dealer's next, it's
All
fine.
heads shall prevail.
If we get here, we can go for Sanctuary, heal up you guys.
For one and all. I can keep fighting.
I must remain calm.
Right, what can we do? What can we do? If we go, what if we go here and then build another ladder to try and get up?
I can just get over there.
Here I come.
Nice. Okay, now we can get up. I'm gonna spark. Oh, I think I have to spark you.
Lightning.
Ha! That tickled.
Alright, now for this, we should probably retreat a little bit. And I'm just gonna heal up so we can just stay alive.
I won't lose.
And now we can get up here. Oh, this is much better. This is what we wanted. That extra ladder really helps. Unfortunately, we can take you out, but oh, you're going to try and heal up someone? That's fine. Okay, that's good, that's good. I thought he was going to attack our little wizard. Oh, that's long range.
Allow me.
Right, so if we go... If I go for an attack first, actually. And we go for Scorch. Do some damage here.
Please, heed my call. We will make our ideals reality.
Get back a bit. It's all these archers, man.
For my lord.
If he jumps down, that's going to be trouble. Oh, that was close.
No
And you poison me, that's great. Right, so if we go here, I'm going to take you out.
Sound strike. I feel stronger already.
That's the healer gone.
It's over.
Nice.
From where shall we strike?
I can probably stay here. Oh, we missed? Come on. Anna, you're fine for a little bit longer. I don't think you'll get attacked again.
This battle is ours.
I'll take you out.
This ends now. I will fight to my last breath.
Ooh, we need our healers real bad. Heal us up.
Well now. Bask in your final moments.
This keeps running that poison, man. Or if I stand here, can I get everyone healed up? I can get these two.
I'm behind you.
I owe you.
I see a path to victory.
I'm gonna... Can I reach it from here? Yeah.
A brief rest.
That'll do.
Put the fence up. He's taking all the damage. We've got to try to keep him alive as long as possible.
Brace yourself.
Just a bit of damage.
Here I come.
Can we take you out? Oh, if I go here, actually, this might be able to take you out. It's close.
It's time.
Right, hammer. Right, nothing to worry about on the left side now, so now we've just got to focus on the right side.
Can't be.
Oof. I'll get you healed up in a second. If I go... Just some heals.
Now we're never.
Our tanky dude just tanking everything.
I fight for peace.
But that's actually a... Oh, we got no TP. Alright, we'll just end turn the spoils. Next turn we go for a nice like Scorch. That's going to hit 3 of them really nicely. Right, Anna's next. I'm going to have to probably retreat with Anna a little bit. Right. Take cover. Will heals get me out of cover? I'm not too sure. No. Right, poison's ended as well.
Strategy must be refined.
For the honor of House Wolfort.
Hawk dive you.
Now I end this.
At least we land the attack this time. Oh, he's come out. That's good. Ah, that's actually not great. Take that back.
This battle is ours.
I need to back up Frederica.
My turn.
And we will start coming around the side now.
Cool heads shall prevail.
If I get over here, I can... Ooh, I have to heal up Frederica.
Be at ease. You have my gratitude.
Let us pry out their weakness.
It's not as much damage as I was hoping it would do, but some damage we'll have to do, won't it? Better than none.
I will end this.
Right, now if we go over here, and we scorch these two.
2 ashes.
And that burns the field as well, so if they want to come through or take damage, and if they stay still, then, yeah, like that. He's going to have to land on fire.
I hope you're watching, Grandfather.
Alright, and I'm going to come down, and we will spark you.
Lightning!
This ain't ideal.
And I will have to just stay where we are and heal up again.
Now or never.
'Cause the boss keeps attacking him, so just got to keep him nice and healed.
I'll give it my best.
Oh, I'll start bringing you around the top half. In case you try,
Nice work.
you know, fighting us.
Frederica.
Oh, is the fire ending? Oh, we lost Gila, that's not good.
Sorry.
But look how weak they are. And they got no healer as well, so this is fine. Plus our little mage dude can still heal. I'm gonna backstab you twice.
Sound strike.
And this is a hard battle.
My lord.
Oh, he's coming around.
For my lord. The pain will end soon.
It's fine, it's fine.
That looked
He got hit by the trap. Oh, worth. Right. This will take you out.
That's
My stratagem is superior.
Here I come.
Wait, did the ladder... Oh, you can only have one ladder on the field, I think, at a time. Right, so if I stay here, we'll hit you.
for victory.
Can I hit you from up here? I can't. If I go here, I can attack you too. I'm not gonna take one on the left just there because I can probably do some damage with the carpenter. I can't hit you, that's the annoying thing. I will power up Roland.
I have your back.
This ain't
I'll just take you out. Don't have to heal this turn, we've got plenty of HP left. If I go here, can I... I don't know if I can reach
Let
you.
me show you what I've learned.
In that case, we'll better get to safety. She's got no TP. So next turn, we'll go in.
Sorcery.
And we've got no TP, but it's fine. Just moving around. Oh, you're good, Roland. You're good.
My turn.
Oh, that sucks. Let's just take out you first.
This is the end.
And then we're end.
That may be, but sheer numbers will not defeat us.
I will suffer no cur who dare sully House End's good name.
Alright, now what? Now what?
I'll give it my best.
If we start making our way... Oh, can we reach you from there? We can do this. That will like delay your turn. Aha! Nice. What are you going to do? You're just going to toughen up your defenses. That's fine. You're stuck there. Unless the boss moves. Oh, I guess that doesn't affect him.
The hunt is on.
Alright. Let's hit you with a nice... Oh, I probably should try and... I can't reach them. If we just get here then. Oh, whoa, whoa. I'll go for a nice short arrow. Do some damage.
From where shall we strike?
Like I said, we come up here and we start making our way around. Get everyone on the same side. We'll be fine. I'm gonna go back a little bit because we're a little bit weak.
I see a path to victory.
Yeah, we've got Sarah Noah, so you can go a bit further next turn.
Victory is assured.
I will end this.
And just can't reach at the moment.
I'll show you what I can do.
Can we reach with you? Oh, we can. Nice. That'll take you out.
Don't be afraid.
He is so strong. Like, that spark damage does so much. Alright, I'm gonna go here. Take cover. We can get behind him in a little bit. Back you up. Probably should go for sprint.
Show me what you're made of.
Yeah, come forward. Now is the time. So our next attacks, we're going to be going in.
For my lord. The pain will end soon.
This is fine, this is fine. Should we put a trap behind him? Oh, snap.
I'll give it my best.
Okay, so I got nothing. So what I'll do is if I go here, just doing a little attack, I guess.
I really feel like I've grown.
Start surrounding the boss.
From where shall we strike?
If we go here, oh nice. There's going to be some decent damage because we can do a back attack with Roland.
Leave it to me.
Nice. And if I go here, we can hit you. And that will finish off the their leader. Ooh. Now he's got to finish the last 3 dudes. So I'm going to jump to safety over here because I'm super weak. One, and we'll do another one.
Sound strike. I fight for peace.
If I go up here, I'll take them 2 out. There's one last dude left.
Let us pry out their weakness.
Yeah, that'll do.
I hope you're watching, grandfather.
Oh, I can't even do much. I think I just hit you with an oak rod. Stop you from moving too much. Oh no! Oh, okay.
I must remain calm.
Treat a little bit, that's fine.
This is my way of doing things.
Defeat is not an option.
Need to get some spoils on the way. Dude trying to run away. Can't be having that. Might die to like poison or something, but at least, I mean, he's not gonna win unless he keeps trying to run away, but I think double attack here wins us the match.
Victory is within reach.
Ooh, man, that was incredibly difficult. Ladder MVP. Definitely. Oh man. If you don't have the ladder guy, you're gonna have to fight your way through the right side with all the enemies and get shot from the left. That will be really difficult. We got lucky.
Have mercy.
Victory is ours. Surely we needn't shed yet more blood.
We cannot spare him, my lady. Not when he knows what we intend to do.
He was complicit in the salt fraud, was he not? Perhaps he might agree to bear witness for us.
Yes, yes! I'll tell you everything. Whatever you wish.
Then let us attempt it.
Fools! You haven't won yet. Once I report to Minister Sorsley, he will crush your pathetic house.
You certainly took your time, Anna.
No more than was necessary.
Unfortunate. We'll have to find another witness.
His lips may have been sealed, but it's only a matter of time until this betrayal is discovered.
We must prove our case before that happens. Come, let us hurry to the capital.
After surviving an ambush at the hands of Sorsley's retainer, Booker, Serenoa and his retinue arrive at the Hyzantean capital.
I thank you for bringing this matter to my attention. That said, salt makes for poor evidence. There's simply no way of telling legitimate goods apart from illicit ones.
Surely, as Minister of Domestic Affairs, rumor of Sorsley's illegal salt trade has reached you.
Rumor, yes, but nothing more. From foreign sources, no less. I cannot help wondering if these rumors are more intended to drive a wedge between us and Sorsley, and in doing so, throw our land into chaos. Not that I would question the honorable intentions of House Wolfort, of course.
I understand you have good reason to doubt in your position, Minister Camsell.
But weeding out corruption is a duty that falls to House Farrant. If you find anything else, pray, inform me at once.
Of course.
So, he wants us to bring him further evidence before agreeing to aid us. Even one of the Saintly Seven can only act upon the surest foundation, it seems.
House Wolfort, eager to report House N's illicit dealings to Hyzante, rebuffs an attack from Booker, Sorsley's loyal assistant, and gains entry to the city. Alas, Camsell, one of the Saintly Seven, informs them that charges cannot be brought without hard evidence of Sorsley's misdeeds.
I see the salt matter is being addressed.
Exactly as you predicted, no less. I never expected House Wolfort to so much as entertain the idea.
The Wolforts are formidable, always striving to do the right thing. Which is also what makes them so easy to manage.
What are you scheming now?
Scheming? You make it sound so scandalous. All I do for our beloved Hyzante.
Do not play the fool. I know Minister Edor has taken notice of you. You would do well not to let it go to your head. I certainly cannot bring myself to admire the man.
Oh, why ever not?
'Tis not worth going into detail. Suffice to say, I would not mourn him should some grave impropriety come to light.
Then, for now, let us gleefully await the Wolfort's next move.
What a surprise. Not enough hard evidence. Exactly what I knew would happen. If only I won the vote. Alright, so we'll do the side story. And then we can see what happens next.
Well, if it isn't tenebrous. Gloomy as ever, I see.
Minister Sorsley, I see you are in high spirits.
And why shouldn't I be? House Wolfort is ferrying my salt as we speak. An illustrious house from the Salt Iron War trying to win my favor. It's laughable.
But can they succeed, being as ignorant to the circumstances as they are?
If they fail, I simply lay the blame upon them and see their house duly punished. I shall gain merit in place of money.
I did not take you for an optimist. Or have you forgotten of Exham and Camsell's suspicions?
You speak as if it were my problem alone, my dear Tenebrous.
Do not misunderstand. It is because we are tarred with the same brush that I have come to warn you. Your dealings of late have grown, perhaps overly so. You would make an enemy of the other saints, should they notice.
And would you too turn against me, Tenebrous?
Most certainly not. Our fates are tied.
Good. Now leave me.
Pray, be careful, Minister.
What need have I for caution? I have never failed, nor will I ever.
Sorsley may well come to end us once he hears of our allegations. There is no turning back now. We must move swiftly.
So how shall we proceed?
We must provide hard evidence, as Minister Camsell requested.
And I wish to be named Archduke of Esfrost. Does he understand what he asks of us? We have no leads.
Salt is a well-regulated commodity, and numbers do not lie. If this illicit trade exists, someone will have altered the ledgers.
Of course. We'll gather what information we can on Sorsley until the evidence we seek reveals itself. Let us canvass the town and see what we find.
Agreed. We should split up and search for clues.
Alright, so time to gather some testimony as to Sorsley's crimes. That's if we can find any. Got some sleep recovery. I'm afraid I'm closed today. You need to balance the ledger, you see. Okay, do come again. Oh man, I could have bought some stuff, but not now. I have more pressing concerns at present. That damn officer hunted me like a dog. If he would leave this place, I could return to my home. 'Tis all hearsay, but I understand Esfrost occupies Glenbrook. The kingdom is a den of iniquity. It's true. Their lack of adherence to the goddess's teachings has no doubt brought this fate upon them. Where's this hard evidence at? Oh, there's a woman living near the ministry whose life is consumed with rumors of all sizes and sorts. She's always has some fresh morsel of other. It would behoove you to speak with her. A rumor monger, you say? Then I should very much like to speak with her. Yes, thank you. Oh, excellent. But there is an item over here. Timber! Quality timber as well. That's actually really good. Upgrade materials. I did see someone rather suspicious leaving the city. Oh. You what? Thank you, good sir. Done a good deed this day. So if he's gone, I think maybe this guy will now... Okay, cool. He has, at last I can enter my own home. You have my everlasting gratitude. Is there naught I can do for you, good sir? Provide me with information. Do you know anything of House Endy's illicit salt dealings? Illicit salt dealings? No, I'm afraid not. Then even a source will do. How might one go about prying into the affairs of House Endy? Or End? I don't know how you pronounce that. As you seem quite determined, you may as well search their encampment itself. Ooh, okay. It is located beside the entrance of the source. If Sorcery has anything to hide, he will most certainly have hid it there. The encampment, if we cannot find the proof we seek there, then it genuinely does not exist. It is also the most brazen and dangerous course of action. We'll have to wait for the cover of darkness. Okay, let's talk to you. Esferos boasts of their freedom from the mountaintops, yet it is only ever the rich and powerful that rise to the top of the wretched duchy. While here in Hyzante, all are equal under the goddess's watchful eye, and all may live in peace. Unless you're Roselle, of course, but I scarcely need ask. But which nation, in your estimation, has the right of it? Maybe the Kingdom of Glenbrook. We should be nice to him. If we're nice to him, then maybe he'll give us information. I think. Quite right, quite right. You see the light of her ways, or of her magnificence? Having said that, equality yet escapes you. Your treatment of the Roselle must change if your society is to be truly... Oh, yeah. Only the most righteous may receive her blessings. Surely you do not argue that those criminals are worthy? But that was so long ago. Bless me. Bless me, sorry. No, you're not the woman, I don't think. But, hi. The Saintly Seven have been recognized by the goddess of salt herself, and are tasked with leading the faithful of Hyzante. Atop this order sits the Holy One, who enjoys the privilege of hearing the goddess speak in her own words. The Holy One then disseminates her words to the Saintly Seven, who hand them down to the people, thus granting the Holy State her blessings. I of course take pride in the uniquely superior construction of our society, but how do you, as an outsider, find it? It has its advantage and disadvantage. I hesitate to call it superior. You have my attention, good sir. Do tell us what precisely you find lacking. Take for example the Holy One, a singular exalted presence with no line of succession, as you find in other nations. Does this not cause strife among the remaining members of the Seven? As such, and everyone vies to be chosen to succeed them. Your fears are misplaced, sir. Yes, there was a period of confusion some 30 years prior when the Holy One passed. Cannot deny it. But the goddess soon eased our suffering, and trouble has not visited us since. The Saintly Seven share the burden and work tirelessly for the good of the people, obviating the need for any messy struggles. Yes, so your dogma tells us, though I think you'll find this does not account for human nature, which is not so easily controlled. Can't go into the springs. Oh, maybe you are the rumor person. I've learned that my secretary was investigating Minister Sorcery as well. Surely he has left some notes in his journal. You have my blessings to read it if you find it. The goddess tolerates much in the search for the truth. Nice. So how do we... Oh, is that an item? Nice. Can we get him through there? No. Maybe we gotta get these guys out the way. Access source is forbidden. Can I go this way? Only those with special permission may enter the palace. Take your leave. I do not have special permission, unfortunately. Let that presumes I have something to write with. So, if I end the exploration, are we going to go into his little place? Not sure if that is how it's going to work. I'll give it a go. So now we're saved. Let's end the exploration. And let's see what happens. Because if we're going to talk about maybe infiltrating it, that's probably what we have to do.
What news? Have you learned anything?
Sorsley is shrewd. He'll not reveal his true colors so easily.
Nothing can remain hidden indefinitely. A thorough review of the testimony shall show us the truth.
Benedict is right. Let us review what we know to be true.
Lord Serenoa, what does the evidence at hand suggest? Let us begin with Sorsley himself. What is his crime?
Oh, okay, we don't have that. I thought maybe we unlocked something, but okay.
He sold illicit salt.
Of that there can be no doubt. One of Hyzante's own Saintly Seven is a traitor.
If we cannot secure the help of the remaining saints, we've no choice but to present our case directly to the Hierophant. Doing so will require incontrovertible proof of Sorsley's improprieties.
Oh, we have nothing. Maybe we had to break in then? I thought we could break in after this.
Incontrovertible proof that we lack, unfortunately.
Then, we must prepare to face charges of false accusation.
Now then, let us focus on where we might find the evidence we need.
Ah, okay, maybe I was wrong. This is how you get it. So where do we get the other stuff from then? Well, at least we got one thing.
By which you mean Sorsley's encampment.
Precisely. Not the one at the Citadel of the Sands, so far from the source. Right here, in the capital.
I know its location.
There is no doubt in my mind that Sorsley was engaged in illegal salt sales.
The trouble remains that we've got no proof of anything.
End's encampment is our primary target, then. But it's too dangerous to get near, let alone inside.
Despite our best efforts, I'm afraid we haven't evidence enough to confront him over his crimes.
And Sorsley will find us out soon enough, if he hasn't already.
Time is of the essence, then. What is our next move?
Though we lack proof, we'd best raise the issue with Camsell once more.
Serenoa and his retinue know House End is involved in the illicit salt trade, yet fail to secure any solid evidence to back up their claims. Their position growing tenuous, House Wolffort makes a reckless bid to persuade Camsell, Minister of Domestic Affairs, to levy charges.
Minister Camsell will join our cause, won't he?
It's hard to be sure, but we must press our case and have faith. That is all that is in our power to do.
You! Are you House End's dogs?
A messenger, my lord, from the palace. I seek Lord Serenoa Wolffort.
You have found him.
Lord Wolffort, you have been accused of coercing Minister Sorsley End into unlawful acts. Your presence is required at the palace so the Holy One may question you.
House End is the guilty party, not Serenoa.
If you've testimony to give, you are welcome to stand witness at the trial.
My lord, this may be a good opportunity to bring our case directly to the Hierophant and the other powerful entities of Hyzante. I expect the Saintly Seven are not of one mind on this matter. If you can persuade some of the ministers to side with us, Sorsley will have nowhere to run.
Perhaps. Or you could end up the one with his head on the chopping block, Serenoa.
Even so, we cannot make an enemy of Hyzante, else we truly will be alone. I must stand trial. plead my case to the Holy One and the Saintly Seven, and hope that they believe me.
Oof, okay. Well, I think it's probably a great place to end this part off. Next episode we will stand trial. We've got a character we'll get, and then we're going to a little side story as well for next episode. And nothing else. Oh, dude, I messed up. You must be able to, like, get more. I spoke to everyone, though. Where did I couldn't go into the spa. I wonder what I missed. But, yeah, I'll catch you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Peace.